So, here we are in Thailand, and I landed last night. I'm currently here for just under 25 days, so just under a month this trip, and it's been a number one place that I come to all the time. I used to live here. I spend a lot of time here. It's one place I feel most grounded with, and to be honest, I just love being here with the people that are here, the food that's here, training. I get tattooed here, which is going to be exciting because I'm getting more tattoos, which I'm going to be sitting a few hours for, which is kind of cool. And yeah, so where I stay in Princess Pool Villa, which is in Shillong. So from the airport, it's around 45 minutes, depending hour with bad traffic. Last night I got here in about 40 minutes from the actual airport. Where I'm staying at the moment is around 50 to 55 bucks a night, Aussie. And as I will show you, it's currently raining. Which is fine. Kind of expected, which is shit, but it only rains for a couple of hours and then it dries up, heats up, and then it's all sort of sweet. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to get my laptop. When I go down to Cocoville, I go down there and it costs me about 200 baht, which works out to be about just over $5 to book out one of their consult rooms. So they literally have offices upstairs, which allow you to book out for the whole day, use their internet. It's nice and quiet, get all my work done. And yeah, so today's Friday, which is check-in day for all my athletes, and I'm going to continue vlogging and filling you guys in on what I'm actually doing here. I'm also going to do a couple of different gyms, so I'll fill you in on the gyms that are local in the area, which will allow people, if they are coming here, what I suggest, just day-to-day things in how to save money. Money exchange is always good here. So all those sorts of things I'll fill you in on and take it from there. So I'm going to get my stuff and I'm going to head down to Cocoville. So here we are. This is exactly where it is that I book. So we do all my work here every time I come here. It costs me 200 baht, like I was mentioning earlier, which gives you a full boardroom. There's 10 chairs, plus there's 2 other rooms that you can book out that are smaller. I kind of like the bigger space here. Allows me to sort of, chill out with no one really around. And I pretty much book this out maybe 3 times a week while I'm here. Fans, aircon, beautiful, quiet, can't beat it. Plus, if you go downstairs into the restaurant to Cocoville downstairs, they actually have really good food here. It is a little bit more expensive, but hey, who cares? You're on holiday, right? So I'm going to sit here, do my work for the next 2 hours or so, get things done, do my calls, check-ins, clients, and then I can sort of enjoy the trip. So I've only been here 24 hours. Not even. I landed last night here at just under 10 o'clock. No, it was about 9:30. And then it took me about 40 minutes to get to Shillong, which is from the airport, anywhere between 40 to 45 minutes on a good run, an hour if it's a bad run, depending on how busy it is. But we had a pretty good run. So I will now do my work and check in a little bit later. Okay, so completely and utterly done check-ins and got back to as many people as I can before I'll probably come back tonight and do some more work, which is more than fine. So I'm going to go change some money now. The best place to change money here is actually in Thailand. Don't do it at any exchange, obviously in Australia or international. If you change it here, the baht is way better. So before I left Australia, I just wanted to change over $100. They wanted 16 baht in Australia for 100, which is fuck all and means absolutely nothing. I exchanged $100 to pay for my cab and stuff like that in the airport of Phuket, and the exchange rate was 19. Now, if you actually come where I'm staying in Geelong, it works out to be about 23 to 24 baht, which is really good. And I suggest if you can only change over a little bit for your cab to get you to and from where you need to actually be, that's probably ideally the best thing to sort of do. So I'm going to change some money over now. Going to go get some breakfast because I'm fucking hungry. Did my cardio this morning and I have just worked now for the last 2 and a bit hours and get some food. The time at the moment is around 10:30, almost 11. Get food and then I am going to go train and start training while I'm here. So, okay, so whenever I come to Thailand, when I come here, I always go to one place especially when I'm picking up motorbikes and that. And my good Lord friend is in the background. Hello, my friend. Very well, thank you. Every time I come here, they are the best people for me to hire my bikes. Super loyal, good pricing, and literally, if you're here, this is a place you want to come to, which is Boss Cafe and Bar, and they also do a lot of their bike hiring and that as well. So if you're on the strip in the soy, this is the place that I go to, especially when it comes to hiring bikes. I'm in here for a while. So average price when you come here is between 700 and 800 baht per day. And I'm doing 20 days. So it worked out to be about 14,000 baht, which is really, really good. And I get one of the bigger bikes. So like I said, if you're down here, guys here at Boss are the best. I've been dealing with you guys for how long now? About 4 years? 4 or 5 years?
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years now. And they also do my washing. So I always come down and I get my washing done here. And they always look after me. So if you are down in the soy, please come down to Boss Hire. And they've got a cafe here. They do washing. They can pretty much do anything you want. But I always get my bikes from here. They're reliable. Never had an issue. So back at my apartment, and now I'm going to get ready to go train. I'm going to actually do some content for training. And while I'm here, I also brought over a couple of things. So one of the things I brought over is Muscle Tech pre-workout. I brought a full tub of that. I also brought over Muscle Tech fat burner, which I'll use in the morning when I do my cardio. And I've also brought over, these are my carbs where I train. So I use powdered Gatorade. So I am technically going to get ready for that. Going to set my drinks up. Check out one of the newer gyms that are actually on the soy. It's called Superfit. There's an Aussie guy that actually owns this place. The equipment's not too bad there. I do want to say that it's not a massive gym, but it's a good gym for the soy. There's a couple of gyms that are actually down here that I do train at, and Superfit's one of them. So we're going to go there. We're going to go check that out. I'll be training there, be vlogging, and just, yeah, go from there. Let's go Super Saiyan. 2 scoops, let's see how we go. I don't really use a hell of a lot of pre-workout. I like coffee, but fuck man, 2 of these, let's see how we go. I'm going to be like, charging. So, dead on. At Superfit, this is probably one of the places that I train at here and there, because there's a couple other gyms I like to train at and stuff. Superfit's pretty easy, pretty chill, and I'll show you around once we get up there, yeah. So when you're here, they've actually changed a little bit of layout, which is kind of cool. They've only charged me 250 baht, which is around 10 bucks. 10 bucks or so for getting in here, which is not overly charged. It's actually pretty good. Some places a little bit more expensive, but here's not too bad. So I'm going to show you around the gym anyway. Okay, so training is done and dusted. Really good workout. Got some shoulders in. I wasn't here too long. I think I was here about an hour by the time I got through all the workout and stuff like that. So yeah, if you're down in Shillong and you are looking for a place to train, Superfit is one of the gyms. The equipment's fairly new. If you're a taller guy, it's a little bit harder because some of the mechanical movements are a little bit short, but other than that, good gym. And they got a full food bar here, plus, which most of them do anyway, but have a food bar and protein shop, so get all that sort of sorted when you leave. Off now to go home and chill for a bit. So currently I am at one of the local dams, I would say, and all the locals come here pretty much to run, train for fighting, stay health and fit by doing their cardio and walking and stuff like that. It's a huge dam. So if you're looking around here, it goes all the way around. You go up around the back, do a massive loop, and then you come back around over this overpass here. If you come in the morning, you see a lot of the fighters coming up and running up and down the hills here. This is where I learnt last time I was here, where it's a really good place to do early morning cardio. I'll probably do it takes about 40 minutes to do the whole loop, which is kind of cool. And in that 40 minutes, it allows me to be outside while it's nice and warm. Currently it's about 28 degrees. Sun's away, which is nice because it's right at the moment, the time at the minute is almost 6 p.m. So as we're walking around, you can see behind me, it is a ginormous dam, which is super cool. So we walk all the way around here. That's where the overpass is to get back to where the actual bike is. So overall, it's a sick walk, nice and relaxing. It's full of locals. There's a couple of tourists here, but majority of the locals come here. They do their running and stuff, and it's nice and peaceful. So not even quarter way around, but you got to see this absolutely view, man. This is sick. It is so peaceful here. It's not funny, like it's crazy. It's just grounding, and it's 5-minute bike ride, if that, from where I'm staying. And I only found this place last year when a mate of mine was here, and he said, "Hey, look, I'm going for a walk around the lake or dam," and said, "Do you want to come?" And I said, "Fuck yeah, man, I'll do some morning cardio and stuff." And he took me to this place, and yeah, it's just very peaceful. It's flat surface. It's not too gradient. It's not too fucking crazy. Look, some of you guys might be interested, some of you not. To be brutally honest, vlogging for the fuck of it. Don't really care, but might be interesting to those who actually want to come here and stay health and fit. Plus, it's good for the soul. Get out in nature. The weather's beautiful. Can't really complain too much about the serenity that you actually get here. So this completes day one of Thailand. I have done quite a bit today. So this whole entire week got heaps planned, and look, we're just going to share a little bit of the day in life while I'm here, what I'm doing, and hopefully people will take some information from this, they may not. And yeah, all I can say is that it is time to go to bed. Just had a swim and shower. Now I am wrecked. So episode 1 done.